Namaste to everyone. On the request of the people, I am giving this talk in English. The main topic of this lecture is on Nagabharanas, that is, cobras wearing Mahavishnu in his Bhujaskandhas. And we are going to know about this Nagabharana, how it came, and its importance. The grandeur and spiritual depth of Lord Sri Venkateswara's form, as described in various Hindu scriptures, are imbued with symbolic elements that speak to his divine nature and cosmic role. Among these elements, the Nagabharanas, that is, serpent shaped ornaments, adorn his form, carry profound meanings, linking the deity to primordial and esoteric symbols central to Hindu cosmology. The use of serpentine motifs, especially in connection with the deity's adornment, has been documented in ancient texts like the Nagabharanas across the Padma Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Satvata Samhita, and Brahmanda Purana. These Puranas describe the divine ornaments in vivid detail, illustrating the deep spiritual association of the serpents, which are revered in Hindu tradition as protectors, guardians, and symbols of energy and renewal. In these accounts, Lord Sri Venkateswara is depicted with Nagabharanas on his shoulders, emphasizing his connection with Adishesha, the multi-headed serpent, whom Lord Vishnu rests, and thereby illustrating his role as a cosmic protector. The lecture will be explore the description of the Nagabharanas, dwelling into how they represent Lord Venkateswara's power, his connection to the primordial energies, and his enduring role as the preserver within the Hindu trinity. Drawing from these Puranic accounts, we will also discuss the symbolism of Nagabharanas in the context of the divine ornamentation and explore why the serpent motif was chosen as a key element of his iconography. Now let us analyze each Purana, what it says about Nagabharanas. The Padma Purana, one of the major Puranas, informs us that the appearance of Lord Srinivasa on Venkata Hill in chapter 3, 4, and 10 describes his manifestation to sage Suka by the banks of Swami Pushkarini, emphasizes the Lord's attire, jewelry, and overall form. The iconography provides the details, vivid imaginary, highlighting Lord Srinivasa's dark curly hair, radiant face, and striking jewelry adorned with serpent motifs. Specifically, Nagabharana's jewels designed in the form of snakes are mentioned as a part of his shoulder decorations. This portrayal aligns with the Lord Sri Venkateswara's association with Adishesha, the serpent king, suggesting that the deity physical form embodies elements tied to serpent symbolism, enhancing his connection with the cosmic principles of creation, sustenance, and protection. The thematic significance of these serpent motifs serve not only as ornamental elements but also serpents, the protective and all-encompassing nature of Lord Srinivasa. Adishesha acts as both his bed and his canopy, underscoring Vishnu's association with the serpent as a primordial protector. Thus, Nagabharanas further reinforce his role as a sheltering deity. Bhavishya Purana focuses on future events, that is, Bhavishya meaning the future, and is a rich source of stories about Vishnu incarnation. In chapter 11, it narrates the wedding of Lord Srinivasa with Padmavati, providing insights into ritualistic gifts, symbolism, and the Lord's divine qualities. In the marriage context and symbolism, Akasha Raja, that is, Padmavati's father, is described as a gifting Nagabharanas to Lord Srinivasa. This choice of adornment is symbolic, with the serpent motifs representing both Lord Srinivasa's connection to Adishesha and his identity as a deity who granted protection and dispels fear. In gifting Nagabharanas, the text implies a harmonious union between divine forces where serpentine symbols are not merely decorative but convey the lordship, deep association with the protector serpent Sesha. In Sri Venkateswara Rahasyadyayana, a subsection within the Bhavishya Purana, Lord Sri Venkateswara form is further described through the words of Paramashiva to Parvati. The Lord is envisioned as a figure of meditation depicted with Nagabharanas radiating like Indranila gems, blue that is blue sapphires. Paramashiva describes Srinivasa as the Kaustuba in the ocean of the Vedas, underscoring his wisdom, compassionate nature, and role as a guide to devotees. This reference situates Nagabharanas not just as a jewel but as a symbol of spiritual knowledge and enlightenment Srinivasa's offers. In mythology, from folklore, and our ancestors tells that if you cheat or you steal the property of Sri Venkateswara's jewels or prasadam or land or anything for that matter, that you are keeping your hand in the ant hill. That is what our elders used to say, that you must be keep away your hands from doing wrong things, Sri Venkateswara. That is what our elders told. And it has been also mentioned in Puranas. Let us check some references for our devotees' understanding. Analogy of the Cobra ant hill serves consequences of dishonesty in worship. In the Skanda Purana, Kashi Khanda 97.85 Sanskrit verse says, Yaha kurvita mama devasya dijatninam cha sevaya tasva hastam nusamsasya panaggasya pranam yadha. We can understand that whoever harms or cheats in the services of the deity or the Brahmins, his hand will be suffered just as one who places it in the dwelling of the venomous snakes. See the seriousness. If you do harm to the temple, assets, or the deity, you will be keeping your hand in the venomous snakes. The direct analogy warns that cheating or harming during temple worship invites punishments as dangerous as provoking a snake bite. The consequences are not only spiritual but also can manifest in suffering in the material world. In Hinduism, offering such a food, flowers, or wealth dedicated to God during worship are considered as sacred. Stealing these offerings or the assets of the temple is considered as a crime but a grave spiritual sin. In the same way, in the Garuda Purana, Preta Khanda 3.30.28, it mentions that Yo deveva machittam dravyam chorenya harate naraha sayati narakam ghoram yavadidratasaha. He who steals any offerings of property meant for worshipping of the deity and its assets, that person shall fall into the most horrifying hell, and he will be in the hell forever. Another verse from Vishnu Purana 3.11.38 says, Dharmena dharmo yati, dharmena jatamannona hi, adharmena cha ye vruttaha, papisteste naradamaha. Righteousness leads to righteousness, but those who act against it, engaging in immoral acts, are bound to be worst of sinners and face dire consequences. Why I am telling this one, the Cobra, that is Nagabharana, will take care of all these evils, that who are doing wrong and who is doing theft or who is cheating God. That is Adishesha. That is Adishesha will take care of this devotees, both ways, that is giving boons and also giving punishments. Nagabharanas, which wear by the Lord Venkateswara, is not only a decorative ornaments, but also it takes care of the sacredness of Sri Venkateswara Swami. Now let us look into the Satvata Samhita, what it says about Nagabharanas. Satvata Samhita, connection with serpent imaginary and cosmic order. Satvata Samhita, a Vaishnava Agama text, provides a more ritualistic and iconographic framework for Lord Vishnu's worship. It outlines Vishnu's various forms, focusing on aspects that aid in temple iconography and meditation practices. The Satvata Samhita emphasizes Vishnu's relationship with serpentine symbols like Adishesha, which are directly associated with cosmic protection and support. The Satvata Samhita describes Lord Vishnu's iconography, including his sitting or resting on the serpent Adishesha, who symbolizes stability in the cosmic ocean. The serpent canopy and serpent jewels like Nagabharanas embody Vishnu's sovereignty over the cosmic forces and his role as a preserver deity. The motifs reflect the philosophical stance that Vishnu's avataric form adopt the protective qualities of serpents, offering security to the universe. Relevance to worship about Nagabharanas. By incorporating serpent motifs into Vishnu's iconography, the Satvata Samhita provides worshippers with visual cues that reinforce Vishnu's traits as a protector and maintainer of order. This textual basis has influenced the visualization of Vishnu, particularly in South Indian temples like Tirumala, where the deity is depicted with Nagabharanas to signify his close association with serpentine protection and cosmic equilibrium. The Brahmanda Purana, especially in its Venkatachala Mahatya, includes the Venkatesa Sahasrasaya Nama, a compilation of 1,000 names of attributes of Lord Sri Venkateswara. This text not only details the various facets of Lord Srinivasa's divine qualities, but also emphasizes the specific association with Nagabharanas. Among the 1,000 names, titles like Bhogindra Bhoga Samsthana, that is, one identified with the body of the serpent king, highlighting the Lord Venkateswara's unique aspect, which distinguishes him from other Vishnu avatars. The serpentine imaginary here emphasizes his residence on the Adishesha, that is the mountain associated with Shesha, and his adornment with serpent jewels reinforces his identification with serpentine protection and divine wisdom. This characteristic aligns with his portrayal as a deity approachable by all, one who has forsaken opulence to be accessible to devotees in a secluded abode. The Nagabharanas further signify his connection to nature and his role as a deity who remains close to the earthly primal elements represented by serpents. Before concluding, let us discuss briefly about the Nagabharanas and its importance. Understanding of Lord Venkateswara's Nagabharanas emerges, illustrating how they function as more than ornamental decoration. They symbolize protection, cosmic order, wisdom, and accessibility to devotees. These references to Nagabharanas across the Padma Purana, Bhavishya Purana, Satvata Samhita, and Brahmananda Purana contribute a consistent iconographic tradition in which serpent motifs enhance Lord Srinivasa's presence as a divine protector. This exploration provides a valuable framework for studying how symbolism in Puranic and Agamic texts shapes religious iconography, allowing devotees to visualize and understanding the deity's role as both as a preserver of the cosmos and a personal protector. These motifs in Nagabharanas thus not only enhances the physical beauty of the icon, but deepen the spiritual connection between the deity and his worshippers. grounding divine qualities in culturally resonant symbols. Thank you very much for hearing this lecture. I request you subscribe the channel to know more about Hindu culture and civilization. Thank you. Thank you one and all.